Right, welcome back. Now we're joined over the telephone by our guest, Dr. Ahmed Nasser, President of the UCSA. Dr. Ahmed, a very good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon to you.
Thank you very much for joining us, Doctor. First and foremost, tell us a bit about the importance and the significance of President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi's invitation to attend the opening ceremony of the 2022 Winter Olympics that are currently being held in Beijing.
Well, the matter of fact, it is a great honor for us as the sports people and great pleasure for Egypt as well to have our President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi attending the opening ceremony of the 24th Winter Olympic Games, Beijing.
Yes.
Of course, we feel very proud because what His Excellency President Sisi has done to the sport in Egypt since he came a lot, whether for the sports infrastructure or with the support to all the confederations, whether Arabs or Africans or all the sport. And also having the sport as it is the obligation for the schools and for the students to start to do it. It is very, very, very important for us. So we have a new era for the sport since His Excellency take the lead of the country.
Absolutely.
For being in the Winter Games, it is, I think it is the first time ever that a president of Egypt is attending Winter Olympic Games, whether opening or any function.
Yes.
And it is very important for us because the relationship between China and Egypt is really a big one. Xi Jinping, the president of China, when he invited His Excellency President Sisi, of course, for the not only for the opening ceremony and the winter, but they seized the opportunity to have a really good and fruitful discussion among the two countries.
Yes, absolutely.
For the sport, of course, there is a lot of other good people who are attending. For our president to attend with also the president of the IOC, International Olympic Committee, President Thomas Bach, it is very important. It is very important because I hope that Egypt is seeking to organize the Olympic Games that we proposed from our position as the chairman or president of the African Association of Sports Confederations with the National Olympic Committees of Africa president as well. We proposed to His Excellency that we would like Egypt to host the 2036 Olympic Games or to bid for it because all the sports infrastructure that we have and the experience that Egypt has is one of the biggest, of course, of the continent, and even now is competing for the whole world for the sports infrastructure that we have. The relationship between, of course, China and Egypt is fully embodies the comprehensive strategic partnership relationship between the two countries. And is, of course, a living proof of the friendship of the Egyptian and the Chinese peoples, and between China and African countries as well.
Absolutely. Dr. Ahmed, how do you see sporting events as really bringing countries together, bringing nations together, allowing for another side of exchange between different countries, especially, for example, the Beijing Winter Olympics? Lots of delegates from all around the world are attending, many officials, world leaders are all present. How important do you see sporting events as creating new kinds of exchange between different countries?
Well, the matter of fact, as we all know, that the sport is a soft power. Sport, of course, and culture are the soft power all over the world.
Yes.
Solved a lot of really big issues, whether politically or others, between big countries. Like we always remember the big incident was between China and the United States. and it was solved just right after a match of ping pong.
Yes.
So it was, we call it also the political ping pong match. And it was really good to solve, and it is the big example and big role model that everybody's talking about when you come to the role of the sport and how the sport is really beneficial for to be exchanged among all the countries all over the world.
Yes, absolutely.
The sport is very important. The presence of big leaders like our President Sisi to be there is really also drawing the big attention to that Egypt is not only taking care of the summer games, but also the Olympic Winter Games.
Yes.
And just also to spotlight that Egypt is ready through our president to any of the kind of sports that could be organized in our country.
Yes.
Of course, we're not talking about the winter because we're not a winter country, but of course we're talking about the whole sport. So this is really gives a big image and reputation to Egypt.
Absolutely.
And thanks to our president of supporting the country more and more every day and through the sport specifically today.
Yes, absolutely. Dr. Ahmed Nasser, President of the UCSA, thank you so much, Doctor, for your time and your insight. A very short break, and we'll be right back to continue. Do stay tuned.